Hey, nerds. This is Donald Gibb, Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. You know what I mean? So for all things pop culture, listen to Matt and Mooney on Subfacts. They are nerds just like you. So listen, you nerds, you better listen to the podcast or I'll find out where you live and Ogre will move in with you. So get your ears over there and listen to the podcast. Matt and Mooney are waiting for you. Bye, nerds.
Hello and welcome to Subfacts. I'm your host, Matt. I'm here with my partner in crime, Mooney. What's up, Mooney?
What's going on?
It's going to be a crazy week, sir.
It's going to be a crazy podcast because you changed my microphone setup.
I know. So
I don't like change.
I texted you 3 days ago or yesterday or whenever and saying, "Hey, I got new mic stands, everybody."
That's like saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about going to the movies." I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, well, I sent you a picture. You got a picture,
I wasn't sure if you were going to do it. Now it's real. In front of my face hole.
It is. And hey, folks. So we did this because we did get people that were, we had these big, huge.
We had 4 people complain and we changed. 4.
We had these big mic arms and they were just in everybody's face and all that stuff, especially when we're doing video stuff. We're doing more video stuff than ever. So we kind of need to be able to be a little bit more present where we're not behind bars.
Yeah.
So all right. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. If you say so.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, folks. And so, we got to try new things and we got a new camera. So hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Because I love trying new things too.
You're not a big fan of change. I get that. But, we got to embrace it.
You're tweaking both of my like deal breakers.
Well, here was another thing. Somebody had suggested that I raise my chair because I tend to sit low.
Yeah.
And so I tried that. I just can't do that. I tried.
Oh, so you're not going to do something and adjust, but I'm going to adjust. That sounds fair.
Well, where's the studio? The studio's it's right here. I control the studio.
That sounds fair.
I should be able to control my chair. I didn't touch your chair if it helps.
Oh, thank you.
No, but I wanted to raise it, but it's not right.
Okay. So you adjust, but I don't adjust. Great. All right, cool.
I'm adjusting too. I got to deal with
You like this.
This is new to me. I actually like the ones that I had, but I kept getting complaints. So it was like, okay, let me get rid of the complaints.
Oh my God. Can we get to a warm up so I can probably cheer up a little bit here, please?
I feel like you're going to cheer up. Brian, there's no pressure or anything like that, but let's see how this goes.
Let's see how Booze does.
What's up, Brian? Good luck.
Hey, guys. This has been hilarious to watch Mooney get so angry over microphones. Yeah, the viewers have no idea.
I'm really tweaked.
I didn't think it was going to be that big of a thing.
Because I got to adjust here it's all weird, dude.
It's all good. We'll get used to it. Trust
me. I got
to
play the do the conga with the microphone.
By the end of the show, you'll be Gloria Estefan. You'll be comfortable with the conga.
All right. First question. It's a wordy one. An airline passenger on an Asiana Airlines flight to South Korea opened the emergency door on the plane before it landed because he felt suffocated and wanted to get off the plane quickly. Mooney says he's claustrophobic and Matt doesn't like to fly. What would the situation be if Matt was on a flight with Mooney and Mooney opened the emergency door while the plane was still in the air?
So I would be panicked.
I'm lost.
So basically,
no, I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm panicked, and yet you're the claustrophobic one, and you're like, I got to get out. I would out of my panic, me being so panicked about if there's even a crack in the thing and all of us flying out, I would do my best to stop you. I would pull you back and be like,
I'm sure there'd be a lot of people pull me back, but I thought if you open the emergency door, that's it. It's game over.
But it wasn't high enough. From if I'm correct, and I think I heard a little bit about the story, it was either
they were on landing approach, so they were pretty low.
Yeah, landing approach. So it wasn't enough to where the pressure was going to come and suck you all out. But me being paranoid that I am,
you would tackle me.
Yeah, I would tackle you. But I'd also tell other people to tackle you with me just in case.
Tackle them.
Yeah, because like if you had like superhuman like wild boar strength because you're so paranoid, like because you know that happens when you get the
Right.
adrenaline flowing. What if I can't stop you? So like you need more people to jump in.
Yeah, no, and that would be the smart thing. But the only thing I can say is I wouldn't open an emergency door because my claustrophobia has to do with, it has to do with like escape routes and like my brain like doing the whole. That's why I like planning and my brain just if I know I'm on the plane and there's no way out, my brain already tells the rest of the body you're okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
when I'm underground, like in a whatever subway. I don't feel that, right? Like, I don't know if I'm going to get out. Like, what if there's something that happens? Like, if something happens in the plane and we all go down, we're all going down. It doesn't matter. But if like something happens in the subway, some get out and some not. Like, am I the some not? Then I get freaked.
Yeah, I got you. Let's hope I never have to tackle you.
Yeah, no.
Let's.
Would you punch him in the face like a bear? Like you'd punch
I
a bear?
probably would. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like friendship goes
why
out
does
the
everything
window.
you do punch in the face like a bear, like a shark?
Because it's the fight or flight. That's my thing. Like our friendship would go out the window, and I would have to punch you in the face. You know.
Everything's punched in the face, like an otter attack. Like, I would just punch in the face.
You're the one that you say it more than I do. Where it's like Jake Gyllenhaal needs to be punched in the face.
Like I'm not punching. I said someone needs to punch him in the face.
Maybe I'm the one that's punching him. You
he's just wishing violence on him. He doesn't want to do the act of violence. Got it.
I'm not like I'm not a violent guy. Like I mean I wish violence upon people, but I'm not going to be.
Ask me how many times I've punched somebody in the face.
All right.
I am not punching the face guy.
You're showboating for the guy.
Yes.
All right.
Like.
All right. Okay. Next question.
Good question.
Clint Eastwood turned 93 years old yesterday.
I could kick his ass.
Which of these Clint Eastwood characters was the most badass? Was it Philo Beddoe from Every Which Way But Loose? Was it Blondie from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Was it Harry Callahan from Dirty Harry? Or was it Gunnery Sergeant Thomas Highway from Heartbreak Ridge?
For me, it's 100% Philo Beddoe.
I knew you were going to say that.
You
always go Beddoe
because that's the greatest name in movie history. Almost
Philo Beddoe is the greatest name.
Beddoe.
Who came up? Tough guy name is Philo.
Who came up with? You better be a tough guy if your name is Philo. You're kicking ass if your name is Philo.
I would never be afraid. I would be afraid of that Philo. But like, if you said to me, "You're fighting Philo," I would have been like, "Oh, I got this."
No, dude, he probably got his ass kicked in kindergarten because his name was Philo, and then guess what? He learned to fight because he had to fight for his name. How do you know
he learned to fight?
He's a street brawler, dude. Look at him.
I obviously know that Philo Beddoe knows how to fight, but how do you know that before you meet him? Maybe he goes through high school and he's the same thing, and he never toughens up ever. He just keeps getting beat up.
No, because look, he clearly toughened up eventually.
He did, but my point, I'm not saying
you're saying like if I was named Philo Beddoe.
That's exactly
what I'm saying is you can get
your Philo, whatever your last name is.
Yeah, but you get your ass kicked only so many times.
If my name is Philo Mooney, no one goes, man. I'm not afraid of a Philo Mooney. There's no one.
But how many you're going to get hit? Let's say 100 times until eventually you're going to start hitting back. You're going to be the guy who hits back.
Yeah, but then I got to do a lot of training and then a lot of weight.
Because like no, like I think,
MMA fighting, learning. I don't know.
No,
dude.
But there's like people like Chuck Zito, like that who like.
But no one messes with Chuck anyway. Chuck is one of those names you don't mess with.
No, but what I'm saying is, everybody, all those people that like fight all the time, those are people that they got their chops by being in fights all the time. You don't win them all.
I understand, but if you're a Chuck, you choose to be a badass. If you're a Philo, you can either like revert and always get picked on and beat up, or maybe you become a badass. You don't know.
I think
it's not a badass name at all.
I think it lends itself to you becoming a badass.
I don't know. I knew you were going to choose Beddoe. You always go Beddoe.
Hey, that's how I do. You pick strong 93.
Oh, well, obviously I know the movie. Like I'm going Gunnery Sergeant Thomas Highway, dude. I love him. He was he was on point.
There's one major thing that Highway's missing.
What?
Clyde. Dude, Philo Beddoe had Clyde.
The ape or the monkey or whatever.
Yeah, right turn, Clyde. Clyde was awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you. Okay,
dude, Clyde kicked ass on his own.
He's got military training. Obviously, he was good at fighting. And he's got the reserve, the strong thing. He doesn't get overreact. I'm telling you, he's a Marine. Gunnery Sergeant Thomas Highway would whoop Philo Beto.
I'm putting Philo and Clyde up against any tag team.
Okay.
No.
Clyde. Blondie, I'm not giving any credit to at all. Callahan was tough, but he hid behind a gun a lot of the time. So.
Yeah, that's where like Philo represented.
All right. Well, there's your answer.
All right. Cool.
Beto and Highway versus each other. Cage match.
Then Clyde just jumps in.
What? Where are you going to jump off the rope? There's a cage.
No, I'm just saying. He just goes right turn Clyde. Awesome.
All right.
You tell I've seen that movie 50 million times when I was a kid.
Last question. High school seniors pranked Meade High School in Maryland by listing it on Zillow as a nice half-working jail for $42,069. The listing highlighted complimentary trash-scented air freshener and water issues, among other amusing details. Did you guys do any senior pranks at your high school?
You know what? I wasn't part of the cool crowd. So no, like there may have been pranks, but I wasn't privy to them because I wasn't part of the cool crowd. I was part of
Yeah,
no one messed with us, but I had like 4 or 5 friends. We just kept to ourselves.
For my senior year, I was like non-existent. I had my schedule to where I only went half day because of like marketing. You get to work like as long as you worked at a real job, like more than 20 hours a week or something like that, you only had to do a half day. So I didn't even know where my locker was. I skipped all the time. So literally I had this, it was one of those situations where
I skipped all the time and didn't get in trouble.
No, I got good grades. So my mom and we had this deal, and she was like, look, as long as like I don't get, your grades are good and nobody's complaining, then do what you want, because she skipped a lot when she was in school. So she couldn't tell me that I couldn't because she did it.
What are you, a Ferris Bueller family?
Basically. So I'm not going to lie. I skipped. It was one of those, you got like 9 absences a semester. That was me. And literally I figured out how to sign my mom's name. So like I had everything to a point, but I got honor. I graduated with honor roll. So it's kind of like, as long as people don't complain and you do what you do, then I can't say anything. So I didn't go to, and even when they had like senior skip day, I chose one of those days to skip because it was senior skip day. But
I did a senior skip day.
But I didn't, I wasn't involved in any pranks. Like I said, I didn't even know where my locker was my senior year. I just didn't even go. So yeah, so it was not for me. I didn't do any pranks.
That's a good prank though. That's pretty funny.
I thought that was pretty good. All right, cool. That is the end of the.
Oh man, I've only seen 2 episodes, so I can binge completely now.
Mr. Lasso.
Love him. Sudeikis is a beast.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll talk about it later on in the show.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, so folks, I can't ask you how your Memorial Day weekend was because you
were there for 2 of the days.
I feel like I was with you the whole time. So folks, if you haven't seen already, if you're not subscribed to our Subfacts channel on YouTube, you make sure you get subscribed because
if you're not subscribed, then that I question your.
Yeah, you're definitely not part of the cool crowd.
Yeah,
only the cool people are subscribed. And so last week I had mentioned that I did my very first vlog going to the Halloween concert. So then this weekend, Mooney and I decided to take a couple field trips, and we did some vlogs from there. And the first one, we went to Frederick, Maryland for the pizza place,
which was unfathomable good.
It was pretty fantastic. It was Chicago deep style pizza, deep dish pizza, and it was amazing. And the funny thing, and I give you credit, sir, because I thought we were only going up for this pizza thing and whatnot. And we got there and the place looked a little busted. Like it looked like, this isn't going to go too well.
Right.
And not only did we get the pizza, but then Mooney was able to pivot and go, well, they've got some breweries around here too. So let's just do 2 in 1. And it was like, boom.
And the brewery was a hit. That was nice.
Yeah. The brewery was cool. And also, when we're doing these things, I tend to I have cheat sheets in front of me, but when you're doing these vlogs, you really can't. You were my cheat sheet, sir, because I every time I couldn't remember the name of these places, and I'd just be pointing to you. And towards the end of the one, it was just, and I would just point to you and like, we had great pizza at, and then Mooney would just chime in. So they turned out really well, folks. You should definitely check them out.
Met some people. That was cool.
Yeah, we met some cool people. And it's cool when you do these things because you do actually, like when we do this show, we don't get to see anybody. We don't see anything other than when people write in. But when we're doing these live, there's a lot of people that are curious about what you're doing, and it's just a lot of fun. We got to really engage with a lot of people, and it was a lot of fun. The second day was bear chase.
Yep.
See how I am with names? So bear chase.
Beer chase.
And that place is awesome. It was the first time I had ever been there.
I'm telling you, that place is a gold mine.
Yeah, that place is really, really cool. And if you haven't been there, check out our vlog, and you're going to want to go there because it was a lot of fun.
You can see everything that goes on there. I don't want to talk about it on the show too much because you should go to the vlog and learn everything about it.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And so we're definitely, now that summer's here, the weather's getting nicer, we're definitely going to be doing a lot more vlogs. So we are going to be out and about. So if there's something that you think that we should cover on our vlogs, write into subfactspodcast@gmail.com and, hey, we'll definitely address it. Boom. So other thing that came up this week, you know how I think it was a couple weeks ago we announced that Robert De Niro at 80 years old, had a baby, and not to be one-upped, Al Pacino at 80,
his hat in the ring.
Al Pacino at 82 decided to have a baby. And so we already kind of covered it with De Niro in the fact that obviously he's not
29-year-old girlfriend, or what is it?
It's 29-year-old something. I don't think they're married. I think it's girlfriend.
Go to the top. It says 29-year-old.
It just says her name. It doesn't. I think it's a girlfriend.
Nor Afala. It's a girlfriend.
Oh,
but I will say, so we already established the moral parts of this with the De Niro thing, and quite frankly, these kids are going to grow up with so much money anyway.
Absolutely.
And I actually watched De Niro on the Today Show. I think it was today or yesterday, and they were like, "How are you as a dad at this age?" type of thing. You could tell he's never seen the kid. You could tell because they were like, "How's the baby sleeping?" And he was just like, "Good." You can tell he has nothing to do with this kid.
Idea.
So I don't doubt that Pacino's doing the same thing. The one thing I wanted to comment on, though, at 82, you got to give we saw
mad props.
We saw De Niro's girl.
Yeah, that was,
and we I think we all agreed.
I don't even know if it was Lazy Saturday.
De Niro could do way better.
Of course.
Pacino, on the other hand, he knows what's up.
I don't know if he could do better than that.
She's 22.
That is awesome.
22. I thought she was 29.
She's 22.
I thought it's 29. 29. I'm sorry. It's 29. Still 29. That's.
He's got kids that are probably double her age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's amazing.
That girl's every night of the week.
He probably has grandkids that are her age, and
way to go him. That's mad props, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Pacino, come on, dude.
And he doesn't even look as good as an old Pacino. He looks like he's lost it a little bit.
We agree that it's morally wrong, but hey, good on you, sir.
Hey, man, if you can do it,
if you're gonna do it anyway, hey, do it like that.
Might as well, man.
And
if she says yes.
Yeah, and he's just like, you think they have the conversations where she's just constantly bugging him, and he's just like, whatever, I'll throw you a kid. Yeah. And there's probably a negotiation where it's like, I will do nothing for this kid other than financially.
Be a financial win.
I'm not going to wake up every morning. I've been there, done that, not taking him to school, not doing any of that.
It's all you.
He's basically his real life character, the real life version of his character in Any Given Sunday at this point.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's the other thing. She doesn't really need to do much too because he'll pay for a nanny.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. There's a staff. I guarantee you there's a staff of nannies where this kid is going to grow up having no but like I said with De Niro, what I said with De Niro is this kid isn't that bad off in a weird sort of way because he's going to be loaded. He or she's going to be loaded. And there's how many decades of movies is their dad in that they can go, my dad was pretty
yeah,
badass.
but vacations are going to be a little bit different. I mean,
yeah, it might be a little awkward.
Yeah,
you know, he's not. None of them are riding the rides at Disney World. But you know, it's just I like
pretty crazy.
I think it's great, and you know, the mom's going to be there for a while. She's only 29,
she's only 29.
So
it's perfect for her.
And she's getting.
And you never know, he may go in 5 years.
And don't think she's not getting the mother load of that money. Like
Right.
It's
then
just
she can
sign it
choose
over to
whatever
her.
guy she wants. Well, I don't know if he's going to give her that much money on the.
Oh, once you have a kid with him, you have no choice.
She'll get spouse, like she'll get support, and
She'll get
the
at
kid
least
will get
half.
the kid. Well, no,
If he
I don't know
donks-
about that.
I think she gets half. At
If
least.
he donks off, that's all will stuff. He doesn't have to give the will to her.
She will at least at the minimum, she will get money for the kid to take care of the kid each month.
Yeah, but it's going to be.
What if the will doesn't say that? What if he doesn't leave any to her in the will?
That's the thing is because she's the she can sue.
Yes,
I guess,
for
and
support.
that's where it becomes like.
But that only lasts.
The kids got given the lifestyle they're accustomed
Right,
to.
but that only lasts
right.
until the kid is 18.
Yeah, once a kid is 18, he's probably scred. But I mean,
Yeah,
up
but she's
until,
gonna pocket that money until he's 18, and then.
Well, that's the key.
she'll
That's
live
what they
off
all
the
do.
rest.
They ask for they ask for $10 million a month or something stupid. You know.
Yeah,
$10 million
I don't think he has
Jesus.
that much money, but
Pacino's got so much
I don't
money
think-
at this point.
what is his
I don't know
net
if he
worth?
had 10 million.
He didn't have 10 million a month, but his net worth is probably
400 million.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably in the 300 to 400 million.
120 million.
120
Yeah,
million.
that's not that
That's
much.
not that much.
It's not that much, but if she got 60 million, that doesn't.
I don't
Well, I
think
mean,
she's
if
gonna
you
get 60
can't even do $1 million a month at that, because then
Even-
then you're at 12 million.
It might be like
$10 a year.
$40,000 a month or something like that, or like
Yeah,
even
that's
even if he just stroked her a check for $10 million to go away, that's
Yeah, he could stroke a check for
life-changing.
10 million and say, "See,
Yep.
yeah, that's life changing.
look, you're not part of my will. You're not whatever. Here's 10 million. Don't come after anything. Here, sign this."
Good luck with
Yeah,
it.
she goes and moves to like Texas or North Carolina
Right.
where land's cheap or whatever. She's set
Yeah,
for
set
you
for
know,
life.
nice house, all that good stuff.
She can marry another rich guy.
And she's got a Pacino kid. You know,
She's got a Pacino kid. Probably has good genes, right?
Yeah.
Kid's set for life.
yeah.
She can marry. I mean, she's a good, solid 8, so she can marry another guy with money.
Absolutely. And she could marry a guy who's just a fan of Pacino too.
Right. I mean, dude,
Pacino's
Liam Neeson will be 80 in 10 years.
Yeah, like
so
Pacino's flag was there, and you have a Pacino kid. That's like a collectible and a half. You know, there's like
collectible.
yeah, you know, there's like
The kid is a collectible.
yeah, you know, there's like you
What
know,
is he gonna
there's-
go to Porn Star? Were you gonna go to Pawn Stars?
Yeah, you know, there's
And
big,
say, hey, this is I'm selling my kid. It's Pacino kid.
yeah.
Does an expert come in and validate it's a Pacino
Dude,
kid?
I see it's like Drake wants to buy that, you know, like
What?
with Drake money. There's always those like eccentric billionaires that want
You
to
can't buy a kid.
a Pacino kid. You probably could because it's all tribute to the mom.
What?
It's the mom. So once he donks
So what's
off,
the main guy at Pawn Stars? Hey, let me call Billy Siddell. Billy Siddell's an expert in kids.
yeah, you can't get a Pacino kid while Pacino's alive. Once he donks
Is there
off,
certain marks you look for Pacino kid? Do they do a DNA test?
no, it's all in the mom. You go, hey, what's her name's all over the papers. You start hooking up with the mom, and now guess what? The mom's in your house and Pacino kid's in your house. You just collected a Pacino kid. Boom. I'm just saying that's what I would do.
What is this? Are they like Susan B. Anthony Coyne?
You're like, I got a Pacino, I got a Picasso,
I got a De Niro.
You know?
What do you like? What do you
I got a
trade? Hey, I got a
Spielberg.
Pacino kid. I got a Honus Wagner.
I got a
My-
Schwarzenegger.
You know, I forget this lady's name is Nora, I think it is.
Oh my god!
Sorry, Nora, you got to hit the bricks because Jeff Bezos just traded. Jeff Bezos just traded me some stock for you and the Pacino kid. And so, yeah, why not? I lost you guys in the card game. You know, I need you out by Friday.
Oh my god!
So anyway,
collectible, great.
yes, is the title of the show Pacino Kid? Okay, last on the main topics is Harrison Ford. This week it came out that one of the things he gets asked the most by fans, and it pisses him off the most, and he refuses to answer the question, is who would win in a fight, Indiana Jones or Han Solo? That he gets that question all the time.
Ooh,
and he refuses to answer it. He just goes, me, because him. And that's really the only answer you can give if you're him. But since we're not him,
there's one clear answer, and it's not even close.
Yeah, Indy wins.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I thought you were going to say Han for some reason.
No,
The reason why I say Han no to Han is Indy he got caught, but he never got caught for a long time. Han was in frozen carbonite for quite some time.
Yeah,
and he got killed. Like Indy's never been killed.
Han was never like really a tough guy. Like Indy always like muscled up and did his best to like escape situations.
Like Han, he shot people with the
lightsaber. He hit behind the lightsaber. Indy only had a whip, so he had to get close range.
Indy shot some. Remember the first one he shot that dude. But I think we all agree. I thought there was probably going to be a little bit more of a back and forth, but I guess not if we all agree. So folks, if you disagree with Team Subfacts, you're wrong, but feel free and write in.
Yeah, feel free to, if you want to state your case, go nuts.
Yeah, write in at subfactspodcast@gmail.com if you think we're wrong, but reality is we think you're wrong.
Yep.
It's all Indy. There's no real argument, but anyways, with that being said,
mailbag. Okay, folks, it's time for mailbag. Mailbag.
All right, we got a mailbag this week, and it's from a new listener.
Sweet.
Boom.
Yes.
So the email is from, we're going to call her Megan from Frederick.
Sweet.
Megan from Frederick wrote in, and she said,
I think we might have.
Yep. She said, hello. That's her subject. She says, hey guys, it's Megan, the lady you met outside of Idiom Brewery this past weekend.
Nice.
She says she just watched.
Hey, what's up?
She says she just watched your Frederick pizza and beer vlog, and she heard her shout out about not wanting to be interviewed. Ha ha ha. She said she also listened to the part of your Hit the Bricks podcast. It made her laugh, especially the part about how kids these days don't know how to crowd surf. And she says,
that is true.
Yep. She says, anyways, just wanted to pop by and say hey, and that it was great meeting y'all a few days ago. Keep up the awesome work. Excited for you guys.
Oh, thank you, Megan.
Wow, awesome.
Megan from Frederick. Boom.
Thanks, Megan. And maybe you can chime in next week with who would win out of Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and Megan was definitely one of those people that, were curious about what we were doing, because you don't normally see people with like little microphones and doing that kind of stuff.
No, yeah, definitely not.
And so definitely one of the cool people we spoke to. So
she was we had a nice conversation with her afterwards.
Yeah.
She was really chill.
So thank you, Megan, and
she's a Frederick expert.
Yes, that is true. So
cool.
Hopefully she'll write in. She'll continue to write in and be a part of the show. Boom. So thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. I wanted to have a couple of our vlogs with that like that music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not that good. I was sitting there going, because I just kept thinking,
I think it's
where
good
do
with
I
our
put
music.
it?
It's good.
Eventually I'll sneak it in if the situation comes up. But I've so wanted that music.
Well, if we do a vlog in a movie, you never know.
Yeah,
like in a big movie coming up,
yeah,
like the Mission Impossible 6.
I will say not this week. In movies, probably the biggest movie this week is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
And you want to know the chances of me seeing that?
There's probably better chances than me seeing that.
Well, my chances are less than 0.
Yes, and I'm beyond like I didn't see the first one. I had no desire. It's the cartoon.
This was the first one.
No. Remember the cartoon? They had the cartoon that came out.
It was only like little bits. Wait, like
this is the sequel.
There's a sequel to
this is the sequel to the cartoon that came out like a year or two ago.
Why did they do a sequel?
Because it did really well.
A ton of money.
It made a ton of money, and I think there was like a Post Malone song, I think that song "Sunflower" was used in it, and so the song in the movie were just like huge.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the one where, from what I understand, there's different verses, or what I didn't see it, but from what I understand, it was like everybody could become Spider-Man. Like you could be Spider-Man, I could be Spider-Man.
That's kind of
like
stupid. Who wants
Spider
everyone to be
Pig, all that
Spider-Man?
stuff. Yeah, it was just one of those. If you really believe it, you can all be Spider-Man. It was stupid.
Dumb.
Once again, I didn't see the movie, so you feel free and
Way
write
to
in.
trade kids for life by being on. Oh, you can be anything you want. No,
It was actually a pretty
Yeah,
great
wait
movie.
till the name is Philo.
Yeah.
It was
What?
actually a pretty great movie.
No chance.
You did not see it.
No
I
chance.
didn't see it in the theaters, but I did like it.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, there's no chance that's a good
All
movie.
right. Well,
Wow.
we're looking for a new producer. So
write in at subfactspodcast@gmail.com if you have
give us your resume. I mean,
if you have taste in movies.
People, if you wonder why the video is going to cut out now on YouTube, this is why. Bye.
So no, it's wow. Okay, so anyway, Brian's gonna see it, but
well, aside from Brian, there may be 3 other people that go see that movie.
it's gonna be huge.
It's going to
with
know,
make
kids.
$400 million.
It's yeah.
God, how?
But there is a movie coming out this week that I think both of us will probably go see.
100%.
And that would be The Boogeyman.
Of course I'm seeing
And
that.
The Boogeyman looks awesome. Previews look great.
Yeah, I mean, at first, it didn't look as good as I thought, but man, the additional previews and the more buzz I get on it, yeah, I absolutely need to see it.
The only thing I would change about it that, like, granted, I have not seen the movie, but I'm pretty positive this doesn't happen. But you know how, like, at the end, the hero always has to face the villain,
Yeah,
the
of
Boogeyman or
course.
whatever? How awesome would it be if, like, the Boogeyman comes out and then John Wick comes out?
Oh
and
my
then
God.
beats up the Boogeyman because he's the Baba Yaga.
Dude, that would be awesome.
That's
I'd
why
be like, I'm the real Boogeyman B.
yeah, that's why, like, the Subfacts, like,
That's a Subfacts ending.
That's a Subfacts ending right there. It's like John Wick just comes out and takes him out.
But first, the Boogeyman would beat him, throw him down the steps, and then he
Yeah.
would like get up the steps and then throw him out of the house.
Then he'd get hit by a car driven by the boogeyman.
Yeah, exactly. He would get,
Did
as
you
he was
know-
going in the driveway. Yep.
Yeah, like apparently, and I saw the same movie you saw, that John Wick may not have died.
Well, yeah, of course.
And I'm like,
I don't see how that's possible. I mean, they wrapped that up.
I
It was
don't-
so
yeah,
final.
I don't see how that's possible.
no, because they even had him like almost going into heaven or whatever with like the lights. and all-
How do you not see how that's
I
possible?
think they could do like a prequel, like how did he become the Baba Yaga or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I could.
No, they even
I
buried
think
him.
that, by the way, I
They
think
showed his tombstone.
no. Okay,
What's
A,
his
they
name
showed
called?
the
Said son. I think he admitted that he was his father.
Yeah.
They didn't show him being buried. All they did was show the tombstone. You do realize he wants to escape that whole world.
But he already
And-
did.
But he
And
was
by
free. He
being-
was out. Why did he have to die?
He was free.
He was free at another time too, but a magic marker came out of the blue and then he had to get back in.
That's a good
My
point.
point is this. If he disappears completely and he's dead, then no one can call a marker
That's
on
true.
him. And he can just disappear forever.
All
Okay,
right.
fair enough.
But I do admit, I think a prequel movie would be the better idea.
I just don't know how they would do
but-
it with Keanu's age, but
You
that'd be
can't
cool.
do a prequel with Keanu unless you did AI.
Why can't you do?
He's too old looking now.
Come on, he looks the same as he did in the first
No,
John Wick.
you go back and double
He's
check.
definitely starting to look his age,
He can't.
and he definitely can't move like he used to.
And I'm not saying I don't want to see Keanu. I want to see Keanu. I just think the only way they could do it is if they did like what they do with Indiana Jones, where they do
Yeah,
the
de-aging.
AI, like, and that would be
Alright.
weird. That would be weird.
Well, then maybe get someone to play John Wick, and then you do a
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, and so we can't recast John Wick because who's going to do a better job than Keanu? Like, there's
Nobody.
there's no young actor now that's going to be even close to Keanu.
Nobody.
So yeah, so we'll just
Yeah, that's one
leave
you
it
can't
as
ever
is.
recast that.
No.
There's never another
No,
Keanu Reeves. That's like recasting Taken.
yeah,
Stop.
you can't. Although Stallone would have been awesome too.
Well, I mean,
Stallone would have been great if
he's
he did
the
Taken.
he's the caveat for everything.
That's true. I just think that would
He
be.
could be John Wick.
I
mean,
would like to see a Taken reboot with Stallone as
what?
like a Taken reboot with Stallone. How
They
great
kind
would
of made
that
that
be?
with the last Rambo movie.
They did. We loved it too.
Oh yeah,
It
the
was a
last
great
Rambo
one.
movie is phenomenal.
Fantastic. I think we were on our own island though, because there were people that were like, "How could you guys like that?" And I'm like, "How could you not?
How can you not like it? Yeah, I mean, he built the underground maze and
awesome.
takes people all over the place.
Okay, so the next movie, I don't anticipate many people rushing to go see it. It's actually going to be on Prime Video. The only reason I bring it up is there's a movie coming out this week on Prime Video called Medellin. And if anybody remembers, if you remember Entourage, Vinny Chase, Adrian Grenier or whatever his name is, he was in a movie called Medellin, and they made a movie called Medellin, and it was a focal point for like 2 seasons, I feel like, and it ended up tanking. And I see this and I'm like, how can you have a movie named Medellin and not have Vinny Chase in it?
Yeah,
like you have to. You almost like if you're going to make a Medellin,
have Vinny Chase.
You have to have Vinny Chase in it. And so the fact that Vinny Chase is not in it, it makes it a garbage movie.
And Mike Tyson's in it.
Mike Tyson is in it.
Yeah, I will say this. I'm not gonna lie. I might want to check it out because it actually seems kind of cool.
I am 100% watching it with Mike
So
Tyson
basically, it's about like this dude's little brother or whatever gets taken by is involved in some drug cartel.
Right.
And this guy has to get a ragtag team together to go in and break him out. It's everything we love in like the 80s, like Mission Impossible type movies.
Expendables type.
And hey, Tyson's our boy. We met him.
Yeah,
he loves us. And so.
But do you really want to see it? Is it Tyson the leader of the gang?
No, he's probably just the muscle.
No, he's the brother. Assuming. He's the older brother.
Oh, he's the actual star of the show?
Well, I take that back. That might not be true.
I thought he was just like the muscle.
Yeah, he's just the muscle.
Yeah, there's no way you're making Tyson.
And this is on Amazon Prime?
No offense to Tyson. You're not making him the star of the show.
Is there any stars other than Tyson in it? Or
not really, no.
Let me look it up.
I think he's the muscle. I think he's the Dave Bautista. If you can't get Bautista,
there's
you
a
call
taller
Mike
guy in there. I think that taller guy's been in a couple of movies.
Well,
he looks like the guy from Becky.
Look it up. Frank Gastama died or something.
Because it might be the guy from Becky.
He's got the pictures up there. There's nobody that we recognize. Tyson's really the only.
This guy is known for Taxi 5, Pattaya.
No.
If you were in Taxi 5,
go back and do the Taxi 5.
That was the
what? How many taxis are there?
Which tall guy are you talking about?
Up. Yeah, that guy on the top right.
Ramsey.
Oh, Raymond Cruz. He's been in stuff. He was in like
the top right.
Ramsey,
your other top right.
I know. I'm looking. I don't think he's.
He's not
too.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. There's looks to be like a tall dude there.
That one dude was in a movie called Porn in the Hood.
Porn in the Hood.
That's awesome.
Oh
my god! This dude's career.
Wow.
Now.
So this guy.
Yeah, I've seen that dude before.
That guy's been in stuff.
Oh my god.
So
this is.
Like he was in Training Day, Under Siege.
You want to watch
Alien
this?
Resurrection and Present Danger. Clear and Present Danger. He's been in a lot of stuff.
It's an LB, but reality is it's the stuff, anytime you're going to go in your ragtag group of people trying to do an impossible mission,
extradite somebody,
extraction, I'm probably going to enjoy it. Unless it's so bad.
It's going to be bad, but with Mike Tyson in it, I'm watching.
Not gonna be great, but
is it going to be Sharknado bad where you can laugh, or is it going to be just
it's
really
gonna
bad?
Be
like the Meg? It's going to be good.
I don't know if Brian's not helping himself.
Okay, that was a fun show, guys. All right,
you didn't like the Meg?
Dude, the Meg was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
The Meg was an awesome movie.
It wasn't Sharknado.
Well, no, but it's that like corny.
It's not cheesy. It's fantastic.
There was some cheesy stuff in there.
What was cheesy there, Booge?
What's his name who played Dwight in The Office? Like his whole character and all that stuff.
He played that character perfect. That was like.
I thought it was cheesy, but okay.
Oh my god!
Quit while you're ahead, Brian.
Yeah, wow, holy! What's his name? Shoot.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, Rainn.
Yeah,
he played that. That was him. That Rainn Wilson was meant to play that guy.
Yeah, it's fine with it.
Like the millionaire or whatever. The really rich dude.
I enjoyed it.
I loved it, and I'm looking forward to the sequel.
By the way, the sequel looks awful.
I'm gonna watch the sequel.
Of course, I'm gonna watch it, but it looks awful. They don't have Bing Bing Lee's not in it. And I'm really pissed off.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah, I'm not very happy. I'm going to see the movie.
Okay, so on to TV, folks. This week was a huge week for TV.
Huge.
Huge. A ton of shows had their series finales, and then there were some season finales. As far as series finales go, we had Ted Lasso's series finale, Miss Maisel's series finale.
That's awesome.
Succession's series finale.
I need to see that.
Succession. Here's the thing; those are the ones that are ending their series. And we're not going to give any. We're not going to give any
I'm
spoilers.
happy about Miss Maisel ending.
Miss Maisel's was the best of the three, in my opinion. As far as endings,
not better than Ted Lasso.
It's not better than Ted Lasso.
The show is not better than
There's
Ted Lasso.
no way.
Did you watch it?
I didn't know because I didn't like the show.
Oh, that's weird because I watched it. I watched them all, and the Miss Maisel one was the better of the three. The Succession one was the worst of the three.
I can't comment. I haven't even seen a single episode.
The ending of Succession was so bad, I would tell you not to watch the show.
No, but the show was great. I love the show. You still got to watch the show.
I don't like you. When I get really soured when there's a bad ending. Really soured.
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't think this show is necessarily for you anyway. Like, I don't know that you would necessarily like it.
All right.
But if you liked the show, I would still tell people to go see it, to watch it. The finale was not my favorite. I don't really necessarily like how it ended. The Ted Lasso finale, like, not giving any spoilers away. The only thing I didn't like is I like things to be more, if you're going to do a series finale, it needs to be completely final. There needs to be finality. But if you leave a lot of ambiguous things open, then
you got to be able to leave it for Ted Lasso season 4.
But there is no season 4. That's the point.
Not yet.
So
they could pull a lot of clamoring together.
Dump
and
trucks
could go,
of money to
the rumor. So it's not a spoiler. The rumor is, obviously Apple doesn't want it to go anywhere. The cast and crew don't want it to go anywhere. Ted Lasso was Jason Sudeikis is the only one that was kind of like wanting to hit the bricks. So I think there may be a AFC Richmond type of show coming out. Whereas,
are you saying they can't give Lasso? Sudeikis enough money where Sudeikis wants to do a 4?
I think I wouldn't be shocked if he wasn't offered an immense amount of money
to
stay on. But the problem is, if he's one of those dudes that's just kind of like, hey, I've done my thing, I want to do some more outside of the box stuff, then
sure. But what is he like? I mean, it's
he
not
probably
like
doesn't want to be known as Ted Lasso for the rest of his life.
Why not? There's not, your doorbell isn't ringing that much. The phone call isn't off the hook for you.
Like, he had some movies beforehand, and Ted Lasso obviously,
right? But I mean, he did what, 2 of the Mother's Day type movies, Valentine's Day, and
he had
Meet the Miller or whatever.
Yeah,
he did the Miller's movie, right? I mean, but
he had Hall Pass.
Yeah,
right?
Hall Pass. That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, but other than that, what has he been in the last 5 years? Usually,
but
a comedian like that is like Will Ferrell or Vince Vaughn, and you're putting out a movie every 3 or 4 years.
Now that he's done Ted Lasso and he shows more of a range than what he's shown before, he's now probably going to get those, like, even the drama roles. He's probably up for a bunch of different types of roles.
I understand, but stick to comedy. Your comedy gold, dude.
If it were me, I'd be writing.
It's
Ted
like
Lasso.
Sandler when he did all the. I mean, you're decent at drama, fine, but you're better at comedy.
If it were me, I'd be running Ted Lasso into the ground.
Absolutely.
But there's those people, they just get that bug going. I want to do something different. And so, it'll be interesting to see.
I think they throw enough money at him. I think there's going to be a 4.
Apple has a ton of money. You don't think?
Absolutely.
You don't think Tim Cook has gone to him already and been like, it's the #1 show on their channel, and it has been. So you don't think Tim Cook's already gone to him and said, hey, I got a number and passed an envelope?
He just needs to Aaron Rodgers and get time in like the secluded room and think about his feelings. He'll come out. He'll do it.
And I'm pretty sure his agents and managers are probably going, dude, you need to be doing this.
Yeah, like, I didn't be your agent for nothing, dude.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's gotten that pressure, but hey, we'll see. But anyway, it was, the finale was really good. It wasn't my favorite, is what I'm saying.
All right.
Then as far as a season finale, I watched the season finale of the show Dave. I think I'm the only one on the show that watches it.
Yeah, you are.
Love it. Like, that season was really great. The finale wasn't that good, so it was kind of like I hate it when like the finale on the previous season was like so great, and then the finale on this one's kind of like
I think that show's gonna. I think it's jumped the shark.
I don't know. I'm still kind of. It probably has, and maybe I'm the only one still watching it. But I kind of like it. Then, as far as shows, once you have all these finales, you got to have the new shows that come in.
Okay.
So the new show, I think it comes out on Sunday, is called The Idol, and it stars Lily Rose Depp, so Johnny Depp's daughter.
Oh, okay, all right.
And so basically, she plays, and apparently it's pretty gritty, which is okay. I'm okay with grit.
You like gritty?
So it's on HBO or Max or whatever they call it now. And apparently she plays like this like pop star, like Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, whatever, that has like a nervous breakdown. And then she goes and seeks help from this like meditation guru or whatever. But from what I understand, it's really like mad sex scenes, mad like just craziness like behind it. So it's supposed to be extremely gritty. Which, hey, I don't really care much about like the pop music, but I'll take the grit.
There you go.
And Lily Rose Depp's not unattractive.
No, she's not.
And so I will be checking out The Idol.
I will not.
On HBO Max.
I have no interest.
Okay, boom. So yeah, that's the only one to really kind of look out for. Everything else is more summer stuff that's coming up, like American Ninja Warriors, all that kind of stuff.
Stop.
It's a lot of the retread.
Crap.
I'm very annoyed that Big Brother, I think I mentioned it already a couple weeks ago,
is not doing an. Oh
no,
my God, are they
no,
not
it's
doing
not
the season?
that. It's not that.
That would be awesome.
It always starts the week of July 4th. It always starts that week, and because of the writer's strike, they're postponing it until August.
Sweet.
And the reason they're doing it is because they're not confident that they'll have new shows, not Big Brother, but they're not confident they'll have new fall shows. So they're going to ride Big Brother into the
further
fall.
into the season.
Yeah. So it's not that Big Brother is like Big Brother's a cash cow for them. So
I wish that show would go away.
I love that. You got to give it a shot. You really haven't.
I gave it a shot.
You didn't know
year.
Last year you watched like one episode.
I gave 3 episodes and it was just what I thought. It was garbage.
I don't know how to
Cooked
help
on
you. I don't know how to help
more
you
garbage.
because that's one of their cash cows. It's a great show.
But you fall for that every time. You love that.
I do.
Here's the thing. You already know why I can't watch it. It's complete and utter train wrecks. It's train wreck versus train wreck versus train wreck.
I would want to see, like, if you were on Big Brother, I would want to see that because you like competition. You like the whole, like,
Yeah, but the competitions are skewed and the voting's off. It's high school. It's high school. You get in a clique and let's vote this person off.
Oh, you're afraid you get. See, I think I would do really well except for the competitions. I think I would suck at the competitions.
I could easily. Here's the thing: if we're in the same season, I could easily turn them against you. And I could go. We got to get this guy off. He's probably going to try to get inside things going. I was going to
partner up with you, and you're already trying to take me out.
My point is that's the point of the show. It's not a legitimate competition.
See, I would have been like, big guys need to stick it out together, and I'd be like, wink, wink,
because
nod,
there's
nod.
so much underhandedness going on. It's dumb. It's just.
I'm just saying, you're never going to be a part of my alliance anymore at this point.
We're not going to go in the shame. When are we going to go on Big Brother? Me and you both.
If this thing blew up, I would be like, dude, sign me up for
Celebrity. They would put us on different seasons.
We would be on Celebrity Big Brother, and I'd be like, dude, let's tag team. Let's partner up here.
Yeah, and then you know what? I tag up with you. The next week, my microphones are in a different place and they're smaller, and then I'm off the show.
Yeah, but it furthered me one more week.
Yeah,
Solid.
exactly.
So
if there's a snake in the grass, it's you. That's why I'm getting you out of the show. I would be like, we got to get rid of the snake in the grass.
I thought we would be working together, sir.
You know you're a snake in the grass.
I wouldn't bump you until like I had no choice but to bump you. Like, I wouldn't bump you first couple weeks. I'd try to stick up for you, and I'd be like, no, he's a good dude. Trust me. Just let's keep.
Well, how do you know you're going to get to know more people than I am?
I like to think the social game, I would be like, awesome.
Really? You're good at the social game.
I think.
Meanwhile, when we went to Bear Chase, go talk to those people to see if they don't mind if we're in the video. I do all the introductions.
No, here's the thing. You don't have a tolerance for weirdos. You just established that the show has a bunch of weirdos. I'm the one that'll sit there and listen to them at all hours of the night.
Oh,
because
okay.
I want to listen.
From that landscape, yeah.
You know I'm that dude.
Like, you can talk to weirdos. I hate weirdos.
If you're trying to go down a rabbit hole of weirdness, I'm your guy.
I'm going to talk to one person. Yeah, like as soon as they start talking to people, I'm like, you're weird, I'm out. You're weird, I'm out.
I'm telling you, I'm the dude that when the cameras are rolling at 4 a.m. and there's two people just sitting in a room and they're talking to me. I'm going to be like, yep, I understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a tolerance for that show. Plus, you can't drink a lot on that show. There's not a lot of drink. And do they?
Yeah. They have
I think
alcohol.
they control it or something like that.
There's like, if you lose competitions, you may not get alcohol for a week, but like,
yeah, I don't know.
But for the most part, they still have it. Anyway, where were we? So, okay, so yeah, we don't have any. I'll be honest with you, there really wasn't much sports stuff. So
the only thing that I found interesting for sports was first time ever in history, 2 home teams in the same year. I mean, it may have been ever, but in the same year, Boston lost a Game 7 at home in basketball and in hockey.
Yeah.
That is nuts. How do you lose 2 Game 7s at your home place in the same year? That's impossible.
I got one name for you, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Portnoy.
Yeah,
he did that. He boasted. And here's the thing. He did the exact same thing with the Bruins. And I will say this, it didn't faze me much because I'm a Flyers fan.
Right.
Because I'm a Celtics fan, it drove me nuts.
Right. And then he doesn't even go to Game 7 because he gets sick.
Oh, that was a cop-out. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I lost some respect for the guy. And I do like...
You had more respect for him than I did.
I do like the pizza reviews. And I do like what Dave Portnoy has done with Barstool and all that kind of stuff. So I do like Dave Portnoy.
I would love to work there, but...
I like him as a whole, but I'm not going to lie. That whole move of like, oh, I'm sick or whatever, after you boasted as much as you did, and he pulled that move, that was kind of a wuss move. That was,
why? Here, come off another 10 or 15,000, buy a suite for the game or whatever.
He already had, like, he was like, I already got my plane tickets. I'm already in there.
Dude, if he already has a suite, just go to the suite.
I think he kind of knew that, like, to win, the odds were heavily stacked against him. So it's in his best move to not be there.
They weren't stacked. Like, the odds were in their favor. They were favored by all sports books to win that game.
But I did see video of him.
And then Tatum injures his ankle in the first play of the game, and then it was over.
There was video of Portnoy. I think it was on like the first couple games. Somehow in the first couple games, he was wearing like his Celtics jersey, and he was walking out of like the arena, and he's just getting like heckled a little bit, which is deservedly so. Absolutely. If you're that guy. But I think he knew that there's a good chance of that.
Yeah, he knew they could lose.
I think to save face, he did the whole I'm sick. Had the Celtics won, I don't think he would have been sick. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think all of a sudden he would have magically been healthy and
he wakes up. I didn't see, I ended up falling asleep, didn't see the end of the game.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So he definitely lost brownie points with me on this particular series, and he did it with the Sixers series too. So I just, he's the reason why the Celtics lost, in my opinion.
I don't disagree.
So with that being said, okay, so exciting news, Backstage Pass. You may have noticed if you're watching YouTube, I am wearing my official Iron Maiden West Ham soccer jersey, and I don't like soccer, so I'm only doing. I have the official Iron Maiden jersey. If you remember last week, I was talking about that they were starting their new tour in Slovenia, and the big question for the fans was the will they or won't they play?
Oh, that's right. You talked about that.
Alexander the Great.
And it ended up being?
They did. They played Alexander the Great. So now there's no longer this like
cloud that hangs over the fans.
There
right?
are, from what I understand, there are a couple songs that they still have not ever played, but nobody's clamoring for them.
Right.
Like Alexander the Great, like, from what you've heard, they have like Iron Maiden has like regular songs, but then they have like epics. And Alexander the Great was one of those epics that they never played. And nobody could figure out why.
So now will they play it at every show this tour?
So they've done, and so far they've had a couple shows and they've played it. Their set list really doesn't change much.
Okay.
So
you get tickets, you're going to see that.
Each tour is basically like a new show, right?
Okay.
And so what I would say is the set list came out, and once again, these people were just all buzzing. All the fans were going nuts, and this particular show is, I would say, most catered to the fans because it's a lot of deep cuts, and so it does alienate some of the people who have never seen them before. They do throw a couple of hits in there, but for the most part, if you're brand new and you've never seen Iron Maiden, it's probably not like the show that I went to last year was hit after hit after hit. It was basically the greatest hits. Whereas this one is, I think it's a nod to the fans, like the deeper fans. So I personally think the set list I think it's awesome, and I'm going to be excited to see it when they come to America. But
is there going to be a week we don't talk about Iron Maiden?
Yes. Probably the next couple, because they're not doing anything as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
But I did want to highlight one of the things I find interesting, and I sent you an article on it, I think, was when Iron Maiden tours, between roadies and band members, they create their own Iron Maiden soccer team. And so the way they scheduled the tour actually is there's like a couple nights in this place and a couple nights here. So there's always like that day in between or whatever. And they schedule soccer matches with other teams from that area. And so they already in Slovenia, they
played a soccer match in Slovenia.
They won 10-6. And they played like some Slovenian soccer team.
Oh
so
my God.
I love the fact that like, who does that?
Nobody, but that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I thought that was
I'd rather watch the soccer match than the show.
I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, good on them. Good for the fans. They did play Alexander the Great. As far as new music this week,
that is a very big list.
Yes, because there is something for everybody on this list.
I may jump out because that's a very long list.
Saying everybody but you maybe. But what I'm saying is it's all different types of music. It's not metal based.
There's like maybe two. You already mentioned Foo Fighters like the last 3 weeks.
Well, don't read the list ahead of time. These people I haven't said it. Okay. Album coming out this week is by the Foo Fighters. That's probably going to be the biggest one to come out. You've
mentioned it a few times.
Dude, there are people that are listening for the very first time and didn't hear last week's show.
So, but why would we mention Foo Fighters 2 weeks in a row as far as new music?
It wasn't 2 weeks in a row. It was a couple weeks ago, but the actual album comes out tomorrow. So you kind of have to bring it up. Okay. Mooney will not be buying it. I probably won't either. Anyway, it's their first album since Taylor Hawkins died. The album is called But Here We Are. And so that's going to be new for Foo Fighters fans.
For all the 14 Foo Fighter fans that are left.
It's a lock. That album does really well.
No way.
Brian?
It's going to be huge. It's the first album after Taylor Hawkins died. They have a new drummer.
Yep.
It's going to be huge.
Yes, it's going to be big.
All right, you say so.
The next one that's going to be big, I'm not going to buy it, is Avenged Sevenfold. They're a band that has a huge following. I'm not one of them. They just don't.
Nor am I.
They just don't do it for me necessarily. But I know we do have some listeners who are big Avenged Sevenfold fans. So we do. Somebody wrote.
I believe JT from.
JT.
Oh, that's right. You want us to?
We have to do an Avenged Sevenfold reaction. So they got an album coming out. So JT will be happy about that. The band Buckcherry has an album, their 10th album called Volume 10. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen Buckcherry live a couple times.
Shut up.
Dead serious.
You've seen Buckcherry live?
Yeah, they're good. They're good live. I'm not gonna lie.
My God.
Then
Buckcherry live.
Then Jelly Roll, who is
what?
newer to my radar, but he's been around for a while.
Jelly Roll
for at a high level is like, I just look at it like Fat Kid Rock, what? Because he actually comes from a hip hop background. He was in prison.
Is this the country guy you introduced me to or something like that?
I haven't introduced him to you yet.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
But he was a really heavy set dude, like, way bigger than us. And he was in and out of prisons his whole life. He got
you showed me this guy. He's got face tattoos, right?
Yeah, maybe maybe I did.
I think
I don't know if I did or not.
Here on the show.
Yeah, I don't know if I did or not. But anyway, he is so he started out with like a hip hop, like rap type of thing.
Yeah, that's him.
And he's worked his way into country. So this album,
I told you country. I was right. I know you. We talked about this.
I just don't remember us talking about him. So anyway, this dude's basically the new album is more of like a country album from what I understand, and he's had some country success. So like I said, it's kind of a Kid Rock where he can kind of do anything.
Right.
And he's got
we talked about his girlfriend. We remember that. Yeah, I remember this whole thing.
I feel like I would remember that. I would think maybe
we talked. You didn't.
I don't remember it. But anyway.
You don't remember anything we talk about on the show.
That's true. Okay. So anyway, so if you're a big fan of Jelly Roll, he's got a new album called Wits at Chapel.
If you're big
the guy that the next album is by a guy named Jack Johnson, who basically I hate him because he was literally touched by God. If you know anything about Jack Johnson, he was like a professional surfer, right? Good looking dude. He's like the kind of guy, I'm always barefoot. Hey, everything's great. I, sing songs by campfire. And then he ends up putting out music that's like not for me, but if you like Dave Matthews, you'll probably like Jack Johnson because they kind of go hand in hand with that laid back, whatever.
Mooney would absolutely like.
Mooney would love Jack Johnson. I know.
Wait, I want to say I've heard him before
because he's
you have to have heard his songs before.
You have to have because
is he been around for a long time?
Yes.
Yes, of course I know Jack Johnson. I thought it was someone new, but I know Jack Johnson.
It's up your alley. But I hate this guy because not only is he like a great professional surfer, he makes money that way. Then he's a good-looking dude, and then he's like, yeah, you know what? Let me try singing too, and I'm gonna be successful in that as well. So like, F Jack Johnson. I hope nobody buys his new album, but somebody will.
I don't even know. I mean, there's someone who'll buy it.
Somebody will. Then the band Rancid, who is also awesome live. Rancid has a new album out called Tomorrow Never Comes. And then the last band I wanted to highlight, just because the review on it was so funny to me. As you know, I've been into the power metal. So there's a new band, well, not a new band. They've been around for a while, but new to me. Their name is Gloryhammer.
That's a good name.
That was my nickname back in high school as well. But besides being my nickname in high school, I read the funniest review.
Glory.
This guy was reviewing.
What's up, G-Ham?
The guy was reviewing them, and he was clearly a fan of. Like he had knew their prior stuff, and the guy was like, he goes, he was saying how the album's fantastic. He goes, it tells a full story, like it's almost like a concept album, like it's start to finish. And he goes, and the guy sings in like the first person, which is really good because if you're telling a story, you want to be.
He sings in the first person,
meaning like. If he's singing about Frodo, he is Frodo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's not going, there was a guy named Frodo. You know, he's like acting like that's him, right? So the best is the review. The guy goes, I love it. He goes, but it reminds me of, he goes, if you watch cartoons in the 80s, like Thundercats, he goes, the music is like Thundercats. He goes, or Transformers, where it's like, they're always like telling you what they're doing. And it's like, but it's like amped up. And so I'm like, man, I have to listen to this. I go to Gloryhammer and I go to like the new album, new song. Oh my God. I could not take Thundercats out of my head. It's literally, I'll play something for you later because it's like, like when you're watching like either Transformers or Thundercats.
I know. Trust me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You get into the theme song and it's like, apparently this album is nothing but theme songs for like 80s action cartoons. And I'm like, damn, I'm listening to this whole thing from now, So the band is called Gloryhammer. The album is called Return to the Kingdom of Fife. And so
Wow.
it's straight out nerd stuff.
And people listen to this?
They do. Gloryhammer they've already had like different singer changes. They've been around for apparently like 10, 15 years or something like that.
God.
So yeah, so Gloryhammer, check it out, folks.
How are we like not popular, but Gloryhammer is?
I'm not gonna lie. I think maybe it's me and maybe it's just my chick. The chicks like hammers. Like my wife loves Thor.
So can we call ourselves sub hammers?
Maybe because like she liked when we went to see Halloween.
Hammer facts.
When we went to see Halloween, she loved Hammer Fall, and
What?
like she like literally. I think if like
can we change her name to the Hammer facts?
Like if I had a Thor hammer, that would probably turn her on more than like just me. Like if I had the hammer of the gods.
Can we change our logo so it has like two hammers?
Hammer facts. Why not? But I think there's something. I think chicks dig hammers, and the guy
chicks dig hammers.
I only saw like one video or something like, and this dude is literally singing with a hammer in his hand.
Why isn't Arm & Hammer one of the most popular chick things in the world?
Baking soda?
Yeah, like
how many dudes buy Arm & Hammer baking soda? It's probably bought by more chicks than anybody else.
Yeah, but their scented soaps and all their other are mostly for men. They're not for women.
I always thought it was just baking soda. I didn't.
They have like soap and shampoo, everything.
I've never seen it or used it, I guess. So I don't know.
Well, apparently you don't go down the body soap aisle.
No, my wife does most of the shopping. So maybe I should, I guess. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was just baking soda. But
yeah, no, they do. They even deodorant, but they don't have women's deodorant. That's what I said. I mean, if they're if the hammer is so popular,
but these dudes are all dressed up like Thors,
and they all carry hammers. And
no, just the lead singer. He like has like a hammer in his hand, and chicks dig that, I think.
All right.
So
chicks dig hammers, I guess.
So Gloryhammer, folks. If you're gonna check out anything, check out Gloryhammer.
Wow.
And so I think that's it. I think no
new strange news in the week. All right.
No, I think we're good. I think we said it all.
What about the article I think? Are we going to use that next time? I sent an article this week.
Oh yeah, next time.
Okay, next time. All right. We dangle a carrot for next week. That's good.
Yeah, next time we have a Mooney submission to the show.
Yeah, it's very odd. That's why I was like, we didn't do it because I rarely contribute, and I actually almost contributed this week, but not.
There you go.
All right. All music, all tech support for Subfacts is provided by our friend Andy at Creative Underground. He runs a state-of-the-art production studio in Leesburg, Virginia. You can always find out more by going to his website, but he doesn't end there, folks. He does video live stream events. He does youth sports, corporate events, weddings, concerts, pro karaoke, audio tech guy, and everything is built around your specific requirements. He's the best out there, folks. Go to his website,
www.creativeunderground.co.com. Awesome. Up next, Big Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com. What can I say that we haven't already said 50 million times? But when you think of photographies, you should think of Ben. I say photographies.
Photography.
I was going to say photography. when you think of
what are you, your own blooper reel?
We need it, and honestly, we need Ben for when we do the vlogs. We need Ben.
If we did Ben,
we need to get some like drone photography.
We might need to pay for that. We
can't do that anyway. But if we could, we would have Ben because
if Ben were to do it out of the kindness out of his heart, that would be awesome. Hint, hint. Ben.
Yeah, there would only be one. If we really had the budget or whatever, there's only one person we're calling anyway.
Absolutely. But imagine like at Bear Chase if we had like
a drone that was like
what up, and then like zoomed in on us like what up.
Or if we just had the drones hovering next to us wherever we went, that would be dope. So Ben specializes in commercial real estate marketing, business headshots, personalized business branding, imaging, corporate events, team imaging, drone cinematography, providing website and social media branding packages customized for your individual business. Ben pretty much does it all.
Yeah, he does.
He's like the Matthew.
If it involves a camera, like a video camera, like a standalone camera, like anything where your photo is taken, call him.
I was gonna say he's the
Or
Matthew
video.
Brady of photography.
The what?
Matthew Brady of photography.
Matthew Brady.
He was like the first photographer. He took pictures. He took pictures
okay.
of like the Civil War.
And I thought you meant like the Michael Jordan, like you were going to say Tom Brady. I'm like, his name is Tom.
No, I had to put up some kind of a little bit.
I didn't know. It was like, I was like the Tommy boy. His name is Herbie Hancock.
I had to throw a little fun fact in there. Matthew Brady. Boom.
Boom.
And so, anyway.
All right. Well, I can tell you this, it's not even a month away because it's like 3 weeks away. The summer is going to be here. You're going to be driving. You're going to be doing a lot of touring, going places, having fun. And what better way to go than in a perfect looking vehicle? And the only way you get that is by calling Big Dog Auto Detailing. You got to give them a buzz immediately. 571-233-8716. They fill up. I'm telling you, you're going to want to get on the list. Tell them Subfacts sent you, because anything you drive, car, truck, horse trailer, whatever it is, van, they will make look like new inside and out. I'm telling you, they're the best.
Boom. 571-233-8716.
Boom. Big Dog Auto Detailing.
Tell them Subfacts sent you. And if we haven't said it already, if you want to be a part of our show, like Megan from Frederick was.
Thanks, Megan.
Write into subfactspodcast@gmail.com. Very important to write in. You can pretty much say anything you want. We're going to probably read it anyway. Provide any suggestions, anything you want to hear, let us know. Subfactspodcast@gmail.com. You can also write into our show via YouTube. If you go to our YouTube channel and you want to leave a comment on one of our vlogs or anything like that, feel free and comment there as well. Always like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. If you want to learn more about us and get our merch,
yes, go to our website, hit the hamburger in the right-hand corner.
And that would be subfactspodcast.com. And I know we've been pimping out YouTube for quite some time, but don't forget that we are still very much available on Apple Podcasts.
Absolutely. Samsung Podcast.
Pandora,
yep.
All of the places that you're going to get your normal podcasting. So definitely check us out with that. But more importantly, if you're listening and you've been listening for quite some time, just go to YouTube, hit subscribe, like, and the notification button. You won't be disappointed. And if you are, still do it anyway.
Nice.
So with that being said, we've said it all. And so everybody, we will see you next week. Stay safe and
awesome.
Boom.
Hey, bud.